It's a whole new meta we live in. Hey, this is GatorX, and let's go ahead and discuss another deck. We got Crobat EX today. This is a Pokemon I pulled pretty early on in my pack, so that's the deck I've been playing for a bit. It's pretty fun. The idea is using Crobat as sort of one of your main attackers because it can deal a nice 70 damage for 1 Darkness Energy and inflict poison, combined with the new trainer card Darkness Pendant. Hang on, what was it called? Dark Pendant, just Dark Pendant, which is a Pokemon tool that when your Pokemon that is equipped with it is attacked, you shuffle a random card from your opponent's hand into their deck. So very disruptive. So you're dealing with a Pokemon that can strike hard pretty quick for low amounts of energy, all that. We also got Darkrai as the backup Pokemon to kind of passively put even more chip damage on the opponent's Pokemon. And then lastly, also, we got the brand new supporter card, Silver, to go ahead and take advantage of the disruption. So what this does is your opponent reveals their hand, you choose a supporter, and shuffle it back into their deck. Very powerful, you know, getting some hand knowledge. That's the thesis of the deck. Very mean, decently quick. So let's go ahead and dive into some games and see how things go. Alright, we're in business now. Let's see how this battle goes. That took a while to load up. Thankfully, with the magic of editing, you don't get to see it. We're going first. So, no sign of Zubat, but very nice. I have the rare candy, some oak, and a Pokeball. Now at least we can kind of hold off on Darkrai here and have him just kind of stall for a bit. Looks like we're going up against Primarina. I got really busy. That was a deck I honestly wanted to show off as well, given that we showed off some of the other How decks. But you know, maybe if we get more tools. They got a Professor's Research as well. I always call it Oak, but it's just Professor's Research. Well, you know, maybe we'll get some variants later on in the future. 2 Pokeballs guaranteed to get our Zubat now. Sometimes you just draw exactly what you need, and the fact my opponent did not lay much else out on the field doesn't look all that good for him. So let's go ahead and do this. Unfortunately, though, the Darkrai is up in the active spot, but let's go ahead and see what we draw with Oak. And for now, we can at least put some chip damage on them. There's the Crobat, so next turn we can really get things going. Gonna have to wait like one more turn with the Darkrai. That is the unfortunate thing, is that Darkrai is kind of a heavy guy. I considered playing Leaf. Looks like we're gonna get Primarina right away though. And the fact that she can attack for 1 energy, pretty decent there. Though, I don't know how good a position I am in, because we can at least draw. I'll stick another energy on Darkrai. I might lose it. We're not gonna Iono. Would have been nice though if I drew the pendant, because that would be pretty good to start disrupting their hand. Fortunately, it doesn't look like we're gonna get much of that going. Let's go ahead and just toss that rare candy, get an evolution going, and Crobat is ready to roll. Maybe I don't want to Iono just yet because they don't have a whole lot going on. Don't want to interrupt my opponent when they're, you know, not doing all that hot. But if it gets me the Darkness Pendant, that might be pretty useful. Darkrai lives, so at least we're not going to lose. And look, there's the Dark Pendant, actually, just hard drew it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go for the hard retreat. That does not feel good, but to get Crobat out, and Crobat is actually a Pokemon that I can heal up with something like Lily. Let's put the pendant on, and I think in all honesty, that puts us in a pretty good spot, because now we can go ahead and hit for 70, poison, and then if they hit us back with the pendant, it's not looking good. Though they could definitely heal, they could have a Lily of their own, but with a pendant, we're at least going to start chipping away at that hand. There's a rare candy. Here comes Greninja to come and, you know, soften us up. But the poison's going to be really nice on Primarina. That is the upside, is that, like, Lily doesn't heal that. There goes Darkrai, unfortunately. Might have been nice to have a cape, but not amazing. We don't see a Lily from them. Oh, no Lily at all. They get to heal the 20 from that, but I've got my Lily, so I can heal up Crobat. And the pendant's going to take away from their hand. Cyrus gets out of here. And we can easily knock out the Primarina. And another Dark Pendant. You know, I might as well stick that on the boy just in case. Let me go ahead and get my heals with Lily right here. I guess I'll go ahead and attach an energy to Darkrai. I mean, not that the extra chip damage is going to matter necessarily in this instance, because Primarina is going down. No question. Greninja has no energy on it, so I think we're in a pretty good spot there. They can deal some damage to me, but with 3 cards in hand and but no, yeah, 3 cards in hand, no energy. And if they do get anything going on Crobat, there's a Pokeball. The downside is that Crobat doesn't one-shot big guys. It can one-shot, you know, little guys very nicely. However, you know, okay, stick it on the Darkrai, not on the Crobat. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, even though Greninja is not going to be able to deal a whole lot. I mean, unless they can get to Rare Candy and, I don't know, Misty? Does Primarina play Misty? I would assume it does, right? To power it up. Cyrus. Ooh, pulling out the Darkrai. Good thing I attached that energy there. I think I'm genuinely going to reattach that energy and retreat because I really want my Crobat out. Let's do that. Put that damage on there. I don't know if I want to bring out the Zubat. We're going to hard retreat. Man, hard retreating Darkrai twice. I think I'm pretty safe with the Zubat, so I'm not even going to bench it. But we can go ahead and poison the Greninja. And if they stick the energy on it and hit back with it, they're going to lose their card in hand. Already used one Cyrus. And even if they pull things up, they can't one-shot anything at the moment. Already used their supporter for research. I don't see them getting out of this. Unless they retreat Greninja and are able to evolve Poplio this turn. Oh nope, it doesn't get up to a Primarina. Oh nope. I think they're gonna want to retreat Greninja. Yep. But we still get over it. We still get over it with Crobat plus Darkrai. Nope. Not looking. They really needed the Rare Candy to bring it up to a Primarina. Water Shuriken on Darkrai? Okay. And onto our turn. All we got to do, and look, there it hard drew the other Crobat. Attach to Darkrai. Get the ability going, and then yeah, there's the yep, conceded. Writing was on the wall. That was a pretty good one though. Pretty close. I lost a Darkrai, so that hurt. But hey, you know, pretty cool. This video is not sponsored, however I want to give a big shout out to Elestrals. That's right, the indie trading card game phenomenon has finally launched a digital client in Elestrals Clash, downloadable now on Steam in early access. You can build any deck and play online completely for free. The monetization is handled purely through cosmetics. And if you do find yourself in the shop purchasing any gems, you can use my creator code GatorX. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the game and maybe I'll meet you in a Clash online. Alright, into the next game. Let's see how things go here. Heads, starting out first. You know, maybe if we can get a little, almost a repeat. Starting with no Zubat in the active, that hurts. You got a Pokeball to dig for it, and we got a Silver, so we can disrupt the opponent. So that is kind of nice. Eevee, and they got Darkness Energy. Are they playing the? Oh, there's a Rare Candy, so we can get Crobat going. I was gonna say, are they playing the Umbreon? That's a good question. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get to see maybe Silver, and let's go ahead and put that research back. So, yeah, that will slow them down for a bit here. They're going to be able to find a friend with Eevee at least. And then, you know, who knows whatever they drew. They drew into a Pokeball. That's a pretty good draw. And bench the Eevee EX, and then who knows what the find a friend will get. But that's going to require an energy and an attack. It'd be really nice if I draw into Leaf right here, because then we can retreat Darkrai and get Crobat going. Unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. So let's just go and attach to the Darkrai, start chipping away at the Eevee. Let's go ahead and pop this Rare Candy to get the Crobat going. And from here, we're looking pretty decent. Unless they get into Sylveon and then start drawing. That would not be good. I'm assuming they play Sylveon. That, you know, just a guess. So if you're playing anything Eevee, there's a good chance you're playing Sylveon to draw. And we see the evolution into Umbreon EX. What does that ability do? We may switch this Pokemon in the active spot. Okay, you can switch out. And look, there's this Sylveon. Ah, so unfortunate. So unfortunate. Oh man, that really hurts. That really hurts. And there's the Darkness Fang. So we're gonna fall behind pretty quickly now, honestly. Oh, the fact that I couldn't get into Leaf last turn, really hurt. Really did hurt. We don't have all that much now. Gonna be able to do this, but you know, I'm gonna stay in. I almost did concede, but considering I have the pendant and the Lily, the pendant's not gonna do much because I have Sylveon there, so they can just keep drawing. But on the upside, once Darkrai's out of the way, they don't have too many strong attackers. I'm gonna hope. Maybe I should have saved the pendant for Crobat, because Crobat's going to be able to take more hits. If only I could have got like one more Darkrai chip on this Umbreon. Oh, and they got a Dark Pendant also. Oh, yeah, not good. Not good. Yeah, the power of the Dark Pendant. Ah, boy, because I'm potentially going to lose. This Lily here. And they get to heal. Yeah. That's not good. Not very good. They get rid of their rare candy. What are they playing, huh? That needs rare candy, I wonder. Well, comes Crobat. See how Crobat can fare. Though, with only one Pokemon left and staring down a Dark Pendant, doesn't look amazing. Let me go ahead and research so we can kind of offset the Dark Pendant a bit. And there's Leaf. I'm not even going to bother benching the Zubat just because it can kind of, again, hopefully ward off the Dark Pendant a little. We get the poison on the Umbreon. Umbreon can switch out, though. I really didn't want to lose the Lily. Out of all cards, it had to be Lily. Because they can... Well, they're probably going to swap out the Umbreon to heal it. Know where they're going to let it go down. And just kind of let the Sylveon sit up in the front, I guess. No way they're going to do that. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're going to hard retreat it. Oh, did Umbreon's ability not... Sorry, am I not reading Umbreon's ability right? Oh, no, it switches... Your opponent. Okay. No, that's right. Yeah, that was the right choice. Definitely, I saw that coming. So we can harass the Sylveon then, because it's not going to be able to attack us. And they're going to try and fish for a way to get Umbreon going. Yeah, I don't think I even want to bother with the Zubat. I'm just going to hold these in my hand. Let me just stick an energy on Crobat just now, in case I need to retreat it or something. Losing the Lily did hurt, but if we can stall and maybe I can draw back into it. With only one Pokemon on the field, the thing is they got a toolbox, but if I only have one Pokemon here, what does the toolbox really do? And it's at full HP, and they're not going to be able to stick any damage on me. Unless they can heal Umbreon back up to full, right? Cape onto the Sylveon. That's not necessarily... Yeah, that's not going to be enough to offset it. Unless they heal it now. Nope. Oh, okay. No, I'm not going to do that because I know that Umbreon has that. Yeah, it would just become food for Umbreon if I benched a Zubat. Yeah, especially now, especially in that turn where it's like, okay, you know, actually we might have this. We just might have this. Even though I'm not like, we're not playing a similar deck, but like not the same, but they're kind of similar with the Dark Pendant, the low attack Pokemon that can be healed. Here's a potion. If we see the Eevee bag, okay, it's up to 60. If we see the Pokemon Center lady, can we see that? No, opponent conceded. Oh my gosh, we trudged through it and got him. Okay, so hey, victory for the Crobat. So we're back with the deck. You might have seen a few different variants in the actual video, but you know, whatever was at the beginning was the one I recommend. But hey, yeah, it was a fun deck. It was a cool deck. I did have some issues here and there, obviously, in games that turned into non-games, and so I didn't include them, but just stuff where I couldn't get going quick enough. So you know, it's got some ups and downs. The upside is that like it's pretty disruptive. You know, has a lot of access to hand-ripping tools. Crobat is a really nice Pokemon, being able to attack decently for only one energy, inflicting poison. Darkrai is a great backup Pokemon. The new, like I said, the new tools that it has. The downsides is that it doesn't deal a lot of damage right away. You know, you need the poison from Crobat, you need the chip damage from Darkrai. I can definitely see like mixing things up you know, maybe sticking in a Guzzlord as an alternate big attacking option, maybe sticking in a Nihilego as something to increase your poison damage. For now, that's kind of what I was running, is like the straight Crobat, straight Zubat. Don't recommend the Golbat in here, which you see there's a Golbat here. I stuck it in there as kind of a consistency tool, but in the end, I think ultimately you really do just want to do the Zubat straight into the Crobat with only the rare candy. Those are my thoughts on it. I think it's a cool deck. I think it's really neat. The fact that obviously if you have Darkrai previously and you're just able to get 2 Crobat EXs, there's that. I've seen some builds with Sylveon. Fortunately, I still ain't pulled my Sylveon. I'm still working through my pack points of EV Grove to try and get it. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments about the deck. And hey, if you want to check out a digital trading card game that allows you to use any card in the game right off the bat and is monetized only through cosmetics, you can check out Alestral's Clash. Thank you again for being a supportive, not sponsored at all, though you can use my creator code GatorX if you do play Alestral's Clash, and you can help support me as well. But anyway, this is GatorX. Thanks for watching. Catch y'all later.